Hey everybody, it's Norman Douglas with the Kansas Bankruptcy Center. You can find us online at www.mydebtfree.life. You can also call 1-866-ASK-NORM. Locally, you can call 316-448-1028. So today, we are at Washburn's campus up in Topeka, Kansas. I'm moving my son in, and he's going to be a freshman. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well. It kind of brought up the topic of student loans and bankruptcy, and so I figured why not make a video regarding that. The issue with student loans is that it's really difficult, if not almost impossible, to get rid of in a bankruptcy. Back in the 80s, there was an individual, a lady, and she had borrowed the last like $9,000 of her student loans. And approximately 7 months later, give or take, she filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Then she filed an adversary proceeding to discharge those student loans. What happened throughout that case was she lost ultimately, and what came out of it was the Brunner Test. And so there are 3 prongs of the Brunner Test. Some courts use a Brunner Test, some courts use the Brunner Test and a totality of the circumstances. It just kind of depends upon the court and what tests they use. They can use a combination, some of them do. So the 3 steps of the Brunner Test are basically, step 1 is based on your current income and expenses, that you cannot maintain a minimal standard of living for yourself and your dependents if you're forced to repay your loans. Okay, that's step 1. Whenever we talk about maintaining a minimal standard of living, there are some cases out there that have shown, if you're paying $200 a month for your, the guy's whistling. Where was I at? If you cannot, if you're paying $200 or $300 a month for cell phone bills for everybody, if you're paying for your kids to do sports, those aren't needs, those are wants. And so sometimes the court will look at that and decide that you have enough to pay that minimum payment of your student loans, and so you'll fail that first prong of the test. The second prong of the test is that your current financial situation is likely to continue for a big part of that repayment period. So based on age, based on income, if you're in your upper years, if you will, sometimes it's a little bit easier to discharge those loans. But it just kind of depends, because you still have to maintain, or you still have to get past the other 2 prongs of the Brunner Test. The third prong of the test is that basically you have had to have made good faith efforts in trying to repay those loans over the years. So if you've never made a payment, you're going to fail that third prong of the test. So anyway, just to kind of, sum it up, basically student loans are, at this point anyway, in the law, it's almost impossible to get those to be discharged. It's really fact specific, and it's really dependent upon each individual's circumstances and what's going on and the facts of their case. What's the interest, what's the principal, how long have you been paying, can you maintain a minimal payment to them? So at that, I'm going to stop talking about student loans. Again, if you want a free consultation, you can give us a call at 1-866-ASK-NORM, or you can call us local at 316-448-1028. You can also find us online. You can actually schedule your appointment online at www.mydebtfree.life. Okay? So I will see you later, and until next time, thank you.